Hello and welcome to another edition of Autocar India's Quick News, your weekly roundup of everything new in the automotive industry. Before we get started, a quick reminder to subscribe to the Autocar India channel and hit that bell icon to be notified of all the new and exciting videos coming out. We kick things off with the facelifted Tata Punch launched at Rs 5.59 lakhs. Bookings are now open and here's a look at the full price list. The Punch now gets some additional punch in the form of the turbo petrol engine from the Nexon. The 120 horsepower 170 Nm 1.2 litre turbocharged engine is available only with a 6-speed manual, and Tata claims a 0 to 100 time of 11.1 seconds. The previous powertrains also continue unchanged. Those are the 88 horsepower 1.2 litre NA petrol and the 73 horsepower CNG. Both can now be had with a 5-speed manual or the AMT. The CNG was previously only available as a manual. With this facelift, the design is now more in line with the Punch EV. It gets the same vertically stacked LED headlights, but the DRLs are different without the connected light bar. The bumper has a black finish with a silver surround for the air intake vents. In profile, there's a new set of 16-inch alloy wheels, and at the rear, it gets new LED taillights connected via a light bar. Inside, it has a similar dashboard layout to the last one, but gets a 2-spoke steering wheel and the touch-based climate control panel from the Nexon. The seat fabric is now a blue-grey theme, and the seats overall have better thigh support. New features include a 7-inch digital driver's display, a 360-degree camera, and a 8-speaker sound system. It also gets a sunroof, a wireless charger, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, automatic climate control and cruise control. The safety suite features 6 airbags as standard, ESP, rear parking sensors, a tire pressure monitoring system, hill hold and descent control, and ISOFIX mounts. It also gets 3-point seat belts for all passengers and is set to be ready for a 5-star Bharat NCAP safety rating. The Mercedes-Maybach GLS gets a little more affordable as it's now being locally assembled. Prices now start at Rs 2.75 crore, a drop of 42 lakh compared to the CBU model, which retailed at 3.17 crore. The brand says local assembly will also reduce the waiting period for the Maybach GLS. Apart from being made in India, the Maybach GLS is largely unchanged, continuing with the 4-litre twin-turbo mild hybrid V8. A different grille, bumpers, 23-inch wheels and a lot of Maybach logos set it apart from the regular GLS. Inside, it seats 5 as standard. An optional first-class rear compartment brings that down to 4 with individual reclining seats divided by a full-length center console. The features list including dual 12.3-inch screens up front and 11.6-inch displays for the rear passengers, and a 29-speaker Burmester sound system also continues unchanged. Mercedes-Benz has also launched the Celebration edition of the EQS SUV, priced at Rs 1.34 crore for the 5-seater and 1.48 crore for the 7-seater version. The Celebration edition essentially brings the AMG line trim to the base EQS 450 variant. Volkswagen has unveiled the India-bound Tayron, which will be the brand's flagship SUV for the Indian market and will sit above the Tiguan R-Line SUV. It shares the MQB Evo platform with the Tiguan R-Line but has a 109mm longer wheelbase to accommodate an extra row of seats. In terms of styling, it gets sporty bumpers, 19-inch alloy wheels along with R-Line badges. On the inside, it features a 15-inch infotainment screen which also houses a lot of the core functions. It will also come with a massage function and ventilation for the front seats, a digital driver's display, a panoramic sunroof, 30-color ambient lighting and matrix LED headlamps. Unlike the Tiguan R-Line, which was a CBU import, the Tayron R-Line will launch as a CKD and we expect pricing to be between Rs 45 and 50 lakh. The 2-litre turbo petrol from the Tiguan will be carried over with the 7-speed DCT automatic and all-wheel drive setup. Now for an exclusive scoop, Autocar India has learned that JSW Motors Limited has tied up with Chinese automaker Chery to bring the Jetour T2 to India. JSW has ambitions of being a car maker in its own right, and the T2 will be launched independent of the company's joint venture with MG. It is expected to carry JSW badge instead of Jetour branding. It will be assembled at the brand's upcoming plant in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, Maharashtra, and should be in showrooms by the third quarter of this year. While pure ICE versions of the T2 are available, India will get the T2 IDM with its 1.5-litre plug-in hybrid powertrain. This plug-in hybrid comes in both all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive forms, though which one will launch in India is unknown yet. The T2 is a large SUV with a boxy upright design and uses a monocoque construction. It measures 4.7 meters in length, 2 meters in width, giving it a larger footprint than the Tata Safari, but it is a 5-seater. The 7-seat version is longer still. Not much is known about the price and positioning of the T2. However, the front-wheel drive 5-seat T2 IDM retails for about Rs 35 lakh in the UAE. Jetour is a brand launched in 2018 by Chinese automaker Chery and is largely focused on SUVs. Currently, Jetour operates in China and global markets like the Middle East, Africa, as well as a few countries in Southeast Asia and Latin America. Moving on to two-wheelers, Bajaj has expanded its Chetak electric scooter portfolio with the launch of the new C2501 model priced at Rs 91,399. The Chetak 2501 gets a 2.5 kWh battery powering a hub motor, which is a first for a Chetak, rated at 1.8 kW continuous and 2.2 kW peak output. Claim range is 113 km and top speed is 55 kph. While the design is unmistakably Chetak, it is much smaller and lighter with a low 763 mm seat height and a rather light 108 kg curb weight. It is suspended on a telescopic fork, twin shock absorber setup and comes with a front disc brake. In terms of features, the C2501 gets a reverse LCD screen with Bluetooth connectivity for call alerts and music playback. You also have hill hold assist, 2 riding modes, a reverse function, a USB charger, a cubby to hold small knickknacks in the front apron, and a 25-litre under-seat storage area. And that's a wrap for Quick News this week. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you again next week.